So this poem titled The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman is basically water cycle given the shape of a poem rather, right? This is basically what you have learned in class 5 and 6 when you were first introduced to the topic of water cycle. What is water cycle first? Process of water evaporating, going up, forming clouds, coming down, and over again, right? So this is exactly that. But it has been beautified and has been given the shape of a beautiful poem by Walt Whitman. And we begin with reading the actual poem first, all right? The poem reads, "And who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed, and yet the same. I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin, and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns." Now, obviously, words have been used which may seem like this is much more beyond than just a simple explanation of the water cycle, right? Yesma, एउटा rhythm दिएको छ, right? Wherein the rain justifies itself as to who it is. First of all, rain is not something with whom we can have conversation with, right? Water is not something with whom we can talk to. So this poet, he says that one day he was just sitting, all right? He was just sitting and he just saw a shower falling, and he just simply asked, "And who art thou?" All right, who are you? He wasn't expecting an answer, but then an answer came. The rain actually replied to his question, and this is what the poem is about, all right? Now, taking it line by line, you'll see that this is a very, very, very simple poem. Starting, my poet says, "And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell." So he just asked rain, all right, "Who are you?" And which, strange to tell, meaning he wasn't expecting an answer, but then gave me an answer as here translated. The rain actually spoke to the poet, and now the poet is simply translating whatever the rain told him. The rain says, "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. "Eternal I rise out of the land and the bottomless sea." All right, it rises out of the land and sea. "Upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed, yet the same is the same water. It has just transformed itself into a cloud which looks completely different than water, right? You have a glass of water in your hand, you see cloud in the sky, very different things, but its composition is the same, right? So once it goes up, it changes, but then I have changed, but I am still the same, all right? "I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe." So when I come down again, I end droughts. Where there are dry spells, I end droughts. Where there is dusty, I settle the dust. Whenever winter time especially, pura aile dusty bhairako huncha, if we get a soft shower also, the day seems very clear, right? The trees look very new, the leaves look very green. So same thing, when the rain comes down, it cleans up everything, it clears up everything, it ends the dryness. And then it says, and all that in them without me were seeds, latent, unborn. So as seeds itself seems lifeless. You plant it in a pot, you water it daily, it sprouts. All right. So basically the rain says, I give life to seeds which are latent. If you don't water a seed, it will never sprout. Like it will just remain a seed. If you water it properly, if you take care of it, a life will form out of it. That is what the rain says. And forever by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. Meaning, I give birth to myself. Simply meaning what? I go up, I come down. I go up, I come down. The cycle continues. I go up in the form of vapor, I come down as water. Again I go up as vapor, again I come down as water. It's like giving birth to itself day in and day out, and it is an endless process. And make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, with love duly returns. So rain compares itself as a song. All right, whenever a singer sings a song to the audience, all right, a singer is singing a song to the audience, how do the audience respond? They clap, they cheer, right? So which means the singer is giving love to the audience and the audience is returning back the love to the singer. So in the same way, it is a pure process, a loving process which goes on, and in this way the poet tries to explain the poem. Now once again we'll go through the poem and let's see if you understand better, all right? And who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence, vaguely formed, altogether changed, and yet the same. I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds, only latent, unborn. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin, and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. All right, so basically, once again, one day a poet was just looking outside his window, just minding his own business. He saw rain falling down, all right? And he wasn't expecting an answer. He just simply asked, and who art thou? Who are you? And the rain replied to him. And this is the reply that he has translated in this poem, wherein it is basically the water cycle, which has been translated very beautifully by the poet, and it gives us an insight as to the importance of water, right? Wherein it says that I go up, I change shape, then I come down. When I come down, I don't simply just come down. I end droughts. I end dry spells. I give life to seeds which without me would not sprout at all. All right. Not only that, I even give birth to myself day in and day out, and I purify myself. And you can even say that I am like a song when it is issued out of a singer's mouth. The love given by the singer is returned to him by the audience or people who are listening to him in the form of applause, in the form of cheers, and that is how the process goes on. All right. So with this, this is basically what the poem is about. Is there anything you need to ask? So I'll stop here for now, but we'll be talking about this poem in the coming classes as well, all right?